Kevin, 2-0 up, 3-1 up with 9 minutes to go. How did that one slip away?
It's hard to say. I think, a couple of minutes to go we felt, we 3-1, we felt comfortable with the shape, the personnel, working very hard, limiting them to chances, more few hopeful balls in the box, etc. And I think we could have managed the game again towards the end. Chances to go into the corners, do what you go, just see the timeout. We've had the conversation with the players before, similar to the Gainsborough game when I first came. So it feels a bit like deja vu really. We've been in winning position again and not managed to see it out, which is disappointing.
That final 9 minutes, obviously, it's not a nice experience. Did you see that coming? Could you have accounted for that at all?
No, because a couple of players had a few little niggles here and there. It's been a tough week in terms of the games and whatnot. But standing there at 3-1 particularly, felt we were okay. The fitness levels up pretty good. Jack works extremely hard. Jason took his goal, and Jordan was doing a job for us. So we felt really comfortable, really. Obviously the goal just gives them a big lift. Again, it's come from a cross. You have to watch the games back. Can we stop the cross? Can we get a bit tighter? That's something we have to address. It's just getting those winning positions and having the experience and the know-how to see the game out, which is what we need to get better at, obviously, because I feel that's probably 4 or 5 games that we've been in front in now. But we can't keep having to score 3 or 4 goals to win games. We know that as a group. But in terms of the performance as a whole, I asked for a reaction from Wednesday, which was a really poor performance. The game plan nearly came off for us again. So I'm trying to remain positive. As a group, they're desperate for a win. Probably you could say the same for me in terms of getting that first win, and again close today, and it's just hard to take at the moment. But we go again, another big game for us next week. We'll have another good week where we can work with the players. Get to spend a bit more time working on the shape and 1 or 2 things, looking back at the videos and trying to improve week on week out and try and get a bit more consistency and let's say trying to be hard to beat and manage games and do all the right things. So for me personally, a little bit disappointed, but I'll remain positive and we dust ourselves down, we prepare right, and we go again next week. So another big week for us and another game that we can go into next weekend and be positive about.
You mentioned before about the need to improve defensively. You've tried to change formation, you've tried to change personnel. Do you think it's an issue kind of in terms of the defence? Is it collectively as a team, and how do you look to kind of address that?
That's something that, that's my job, to watch the games back, assess the areas that we feel we can improve. We want to try and get a bit of consistency in terms of the shape, people getting to know the requirements of the job. And like I said, I thought they get quite a few crosses into our box at times today. I thought we dealt with the majority of them, and like I said, going into that last 10 minutes, felt pretty confident at 3-1 that we were going to see the game out. The boys worked extremely hard against the ball in terms of what we asked them to do, the strikers as well, and they were getting a bit desperate towards the end. A couple of balls coming in, the score. So it's tough to take really. But like I said to you before Stockport on Wednesday, it feels like there's a change in shift in the dressing room. They're really coming together. They'll be disappointed, obviously, as we are, but I feel like there's definitely a shift in terms of the atmosphere within there. Everyone seems to be in it together now, and it's important that we stick together as a group and keep working hard. I keep saying to them, it's been a matter of weeks since we've been here. We've put a lot of demands on the players. I'm asking a lot of questions of the whole squad, players in and out of the team through injury, suspension, whatever. We've dealt with it, but the players gave it their all. Coming here after Wednesday's disappointing performance and putting in a good performance against a decent team who can move the ball really well, threats up front. As a whole, we dealt with it pretty well. Caleb's come in and done really well for us again. So we said to the group, we are looking to add 1 or 2, but to make us better as a team, and that's part and parcel. And everybody has to compete and do the right things to impress me and prove to me that they want to be at this football club. There's a few disappointments in there, not playing today, but we have to stick together. It's a difficult process. Lee Croft wasn't in the squad today. Gutted. I have to deal with that and try and keep everybody motivated and feel part of the group, which is not an easy job. It's probably the hardest part of management, but that's what I continue to do. Continue to make the big decisions and hopefully get the right ones, and we'll get the win soon.
As the match went on, you kind of seemed to drop deeper. Was that deliberate to try and kind of protect the lead that way, or is that a result of tired legs? Is that a result of their pressure?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's almost natural. We've got Steve Howson in there, and he's been brought in to organise and marshal that defence. And I think sometimes you get caught out a little bit. They switch to play, and you naturally just drop off to protect yourself because that's what you do. But as I say, as a whole, I thought the shape was really good. We put our head in when we had to. We got a few blocks in. I didn't feel for the 5-10 minutes that was left that we needed to change anything drastically. They weren't on top of us at any stage. Again, another good away performance, and I think our away performance since I've been here have been pretty good, really. And obviously the home form is something that we need to work on in terms of the players playing at home, and we've had a couple of disappointing performances at home, so there's a lot of work to do. Like I said, I've been here a matter of weeks. We feel that the players have come in and really added to the squad, and given us that positive vibe around the place, and it feels like it's going in the right direction for me. And it's of course frustrating again, but we're positive we're building the right thing and putting the right things in place for the club, and we'll keep working hard to make sure that we keep pushing in the right direction, really.
The result will probably deflect some of the attention away from Jason Gilchrist, but how much credit does he take for that hat-trick and the way he's finished those chances?
Yeah, I mean, he just comes alive, doesn't he, in and around those areas. That's why we brought him in. We want to try and get him as many goals, get the service into him, because that's what he does, and that's why we brought him into the club. Great around the place, took his goals really well. We're delighted to have him, really, and just a little bit disappointed he's got the match ball in there, which I'd like to go and hunt off their staff to give to him. But it's a big moment for him. That's what he's capable of. He will get us goals if we get the quality into him. And I thought, saying that, Jack Sampson actually, I thought Wednesday was disappointing, and we've had a lot of conversations between us, and he put in a massive performance as well. I think he got a couple of assists for the first two, but his work off the ball as well, he was fantastic as well. So I think Jack deserved a lot of credit for Jason's performance and goals. But that's why he's here. That's why we chased him down and worked hard to bring him. We're working hard at the other end as well. That's we get that right, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and just finally a message for the fans. They've travelled here today. They've sung their hearts out for almost all of the match.
Yeah,
it's going to come one day, the win for them, isn't it?
For us all, yeah. I think it's like I said, I've had this emotion so many times now since I've been here. We feel like we're almost there, and it's just a kick in the teeth, whatever it is. But they were brilliant. Probably got up the road a little bit disappointed, as we will, but we try and remain upbeat. We're creating chances of scoring goals, and we need to just keep working hard as a group, and that's down to us as a staff. I like to watch the videos back. We'll sit down as a group and watch things and learn, and we've got a few young players in there that can learn things and make us better. They have to take it on board. That's the key thing. And all I can say is thanks once again. It's another long trip next week. It's another game that we're excited about, and we'll look forward to, and they can keep backing us. And like I say, it's going to take a little bit of time to turn this around, but we feel that we're making the right strides. The odd bad performance here and there, which is not great, but it's something that we're working hard as a group, and I can only say that. So thanks again, and hopefully see you all down at Boston next week as well.
Appreciate that, thanks.
All right,
cheers.
Thank you.